Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal back with another thoughts, analysis, and rant. So, let's talk about what just happens in this past few weeks. I have been absorbing, I have been learning, I have been watching, and I have been researching. So, these is my thoughts, analysis, and rant on foldable phones. So we have seen foldable phones from Huawei and Samsung. You have the Samsung Mate X and the Samsung Galaxy App, or I'm just gonna call it Samsung Fold. And I'm gonna call the Mate X, I'm just gonna call it X. So my first impressions, or basically my thoughts, is this is the future. Now, however you want to call it, however you want to slice it, cut it, whatever, this is the future. No matter what size. Not only that, since it is foldable, there will be hinges, or there will be some type of folding mechanism on these phones, whether they be plastic or metal. Hopefully they are metal due for durability. But I'm not gonna bore you with specs. Not only that, I'm not gonna talk about specifications in these phones, because these phones are still in prototype modes or even pre-production modes. The materials, the look, the cameras, the battery, the processor may change or may be determined later this year, or whenever these phones will be ready for the consumer. So right now the hurdles are obviously the mechanism, the folding mechanism. Plastic screens, plastic is bendable and glass is not bendable. That's just the nature and characteristic of the materials. And so plastic will be scuffed and scratched. Not only that, the X can be folded like a inverted book, and the Galaxy is basically opens like a book. And the Galaxy has its screen inside when it's opened, and it also has a screen in the front or when it's folded. It's the same thing with the Huawei, except Huawei behind it there's no screen, it's just one folded screen. And so both of them have disadvantage and advantage, but from the looks of it, I kind of prefer the Galaxy Fold because it's more elegant. Not only that, the big screen is protective from any scratches, and again, right now the screens are made of plastic. And so I'm gonna go back to what I said. This is the future of smartphones. Now the next future will be hopefully a small device, and that is hologrammed. I would love to see that, but then again, we're not at that point yet. Not only that, technology hasn't reached that point yet. So let's get on with my analysis. So these phones, or foldable phones, are ranging at a price of $2,500, $2,000 to $3,000. Let's just call it around there. And depending on the specifications, more or less. And they're not ready for the consumer. When I mean is for the consumer, is the general consumer that buys in bulk, the large number of people. There are people who will buy it whenever you're a millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire, who just love to have the greatest and latest and the newest technology. And these phones will kickstart the future generations of phone. Whether it be a foldable phone, whether it be a flat screen phone, whether it be a candy bar phone, whether it be a phone just like how Motorola Razr was, whatever it may be. These technology are rapidly kickstarting these new trends, new technology. Not only that, will it be better for us? Well, we don't know. But as you can tell, there is one thing that I do notice. If these phones do catch up and become a product in our home, in our offices, in our everyday lives, they will replace these mini tablets. The iPad mini is gone. The 7-inch, the 5-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch tablets will be gone. Because what's the point of those when you have these foldable phones? The only thing that are left are large tablet or basically laptop replacements. So that is my analysis of this. It's kind of hard to predict what's going to happen in the future with these foldable phones, but certainly, hopefully, the mechanism will get better, durable, more resistant. They are more abrasive resistant, especially the screen. Obviously, I'm hoping not just not just Samsung is going to present products and Huawei, but also LG. LG showed us foldable screens in CES. So I'm wondering why they're not offering something like this. And I'm going to talk about the LG 50 later on another video. But the way they made their foldable phones was just inexcusable. So the analysis is that it will take some time for the general consumer to afford these phones. Not only that, the technology will kickstart new trends and new phones in the future. So let's get on with the rant. And obviously my rant are just the basic. The price. As new technology comes, it will be expensive. I'm just gonna leave it as that. Number 2, the mechanism, the folding mechanism. Samsung says that they have tested this over and over again, but I want to see how the test was. Was it a straight fold? Was it a fold? What about when you fold it diagonally at different angles, or what if you sit on it? I mean, I want to see how strong this folding mechanism is and how much moving parts there are. The more moving parts there are, the more fragile it is. It is just physics, is the truth. So I'm wondering what can go wrong with these folding phones. They could probably learn from Microsoft when they were making their hinge with their laptop. Hopefully they can get some expertise. But as usual, I'm sure nobody wants to share technology because these companies are prideful. Number 3, the plastic screen. Plastic is very scratch prone, and so I'm not quite happy about that. I want to see what glass can do. And don't talk to me about screen protectors. It's still a plastic screen protector, so what's the point? So as of right now, this tech is quite fragile, and I would hate to drop these phones. Even if these phones had a bumper or whatever, I do not know what's gonna happen. Man, everything can just go wrong with these phones. And then number 4, I really want a simple design, folding design. I don't want to make it complex. For the X, I absolutely think the design is complex. It has this camera on the side. You only have one type of this, one side you can hold. What about the other side? It's not as ergonomic, and I want these phones to be ergonomic. And I actually think the first ergonomic phones is, imagine if Motorola made a foldable smartphone. That could be a ergonomic phone because 1, it's foldable. Number 2, it also has a small screen in the front, and you have a big screen when you opened it. So you could either use it one hand or 2 hands, whatever, but the left or right could use it no matter what. And last but not least, and I haven't heard much about it, but they keep saying it. They said it's a large battery capacities, but I want to see in person. They keep saying battery life is better, but these phones are having higher resolutions, bigger pixels. I mean, running multiple applications in front of you. So I want to know about the battery life, and I'm pretty sure that the battery life is not going to be good because, again, you have so much to process, so much to work with when it comes to apps. And hopefully the technology gets better in terms of process, RAM, and RAM management. But then again, that's wishful thinking. And so those are basically my rant. Not only that, this concludes my thoughts, analysis, and rant with foldable phones featuring the Huawei Mate X and Samsung Galaxy F or Fold. Let me know what you think of the foldable phones. Do you think that these are as durable as our current phones right now? Even though our current phones are not even durable at all. But would you agree with me that this is the future? This is the future. And so I will see you in another thoughts, analysis, and rant. It's me, Mr. Informal. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.